Entonces tenemos que ir a hablar con él, indicarle que ya encontramos el lugar que le puede llegar a interesar y continuar entonces desde ese punto. Uy, ¿será que sí puedo? Ah, sí. Vale, se supone que esa misión era... Debería ingresar a la zona del fuerte, pero no me acuerdo cuál era. O cómo había llegado ahí antes. O por acá, ¿cierto? Que sí me acuerdo haber luchado como por este lado, pero no me acuerdo cómo fue que hice para llegar allá.
Pray, slow your feet. You
Oh.
run too fast for the like
Bien.
of me. No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
¿Dónde sé que hay otro cofre? Aunque me imagino que será en otro. Ah, por acá tal vez. Seguimos subiendo. Sí. Iba a decir que sonaba como en otro lado, pero sí era precisamente por acá.
When one has enough of them to combine.
We must take care not to throw it away by mistake.
Y un fragmento del despertar que no está nada mal. Ahora por acá. Completados los fragmentos. No veo como tal la salida. ¿Más escaleras? Sí.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry. At last! I thought we'd never find one.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
No estoy del todo seguro. O sea, no me acuerdo muy bien dónde era que estaba el ministro, cómo fue que había llegado como a esa torre que era la prisión.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether 'twill be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
Greetings, you need only make a worthy offer. I have seen your path.
A ver, vigilar el camino con ojo avisor, una mente abierta o a menos que la luz de la revelación nos haya abandonado.
You've my gratitude.
¿Eh?
Tis lovely to see you.
Con una mente abierta, era por acá tal vez. Lo que hice fue entrar por ahí, ¿cierto? Ah, sí, era por acá.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
¿No era esta? Pues pucha, me dejé la llave de la prisión, ¿cierto? Creo que todo parece indicar que me dejé la llave de la prisión. Me tocaría sacarla del almacén y poder hablar con él y decirle que ya encontré todo lo que nos faltaba. Pero bueno, por lo menos ya sabemos cómo llegar acá. Estaba un poco confundido.
I'll admit, I did worry you'd forgotten me.
Pues tendría que llegar... Tendría que llegar aquí a la casa y una vez lleguemos a la casa ir a este lugar. Ir a sacar la llave, digo. ¿Algún interés por acá? Pareciera, ¿cierto? Ok.
Got to focus. My head will roll auto.
Retirar objetos. ¿Dónde estarán los objetos clave por acá? Listo, encontrada. ¿Se salieron por acá, cierto? De alguna forma. No necesariamente de por acá.
Mayhap I ought take stock. See what's needed.
Can't bring myself to do much.
Ya pareciera que poco a poco se estuviera oscureciendo el... Por acá.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry. Bit much for me.
Such a quiet is a blessing.
Hay un camino más que como si me faltara por explorar.
There's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
Ah, porque este lugar sí puede ser bastante oscuro.
Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth, are you? One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text.
¿El texto olvidado? ¿Esos son los libros que la niña está buscando?
I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it.
Ok, qué bien.
Well, have you found some place I might sate my scholarly curiosities? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the...
Pues salir sin más, ¿no? Lo que no entiendo es cómo funciona como el sigilo, la mecánica de sigilo acá en este lugar.
We shall await you here, Master. May our parting be brief.
Ah, ¿también le tengo que abrir la puerta?
Guide me outside, then.
¿Esto no te vale como salida? ¿Y esto?
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Bueno, con eso completamos en todo lo que sería esta misión. Y mientras completamos en todo lo que sería esta misión, tengo curiosidad de saber qué es lo que hay acá arriba, como en esos pasillos. De una especie de... Eso es una prisión y no entiendo por qué tiene pasillos o caminos por los cuales seguir. ¿Será que hay algo que pueda tirar como para hacerlos dormir o algo así por el estilo? Pues sí que había un camino por acá. Ah, ¿con qué me toparé? No, es la salida, pero por el otro lado, por la parte alta que precisamente no podíamos alcanzar antes. No, espera.
You wish for me to remain here? 'Tis easily done.
Porque igualmente no quiero que me alcance.
Have
Bueno,
no
esta
fear,
parte ya.
Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
This is bad.
Uy.
Reckon you can do as you please, eh? Reckon you can do as you please, eh?
¿Dónde me llevará esta alta torre? Pero en la teoría sí puedo caminar por acá. Lo que no puedo hacer es... ¿liberarlos? O porque me dio con las armas me quiso atacar. De pronto era por eso. Mientras no tenga las armas no me atacan.
Barely the vim to tie my boots.
Sinceramente no entiendo si debo estar acá o no puedo estar acá. Ya improvisar. ¿O será en la zona de la cárcel en la que no puedo estar?
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
No, efectivamente no debería estar acá. Venía tan rara. Pues es como si me detectaran y no me detectaran al mismo tiempo. Bueno, por lo menos ya toca descansar.
We must speak with Captain Brandt.
Ah, bueno, sí, podríamos aprovechar. Que primero decirle al capitán, ¿no? Y una vez haberle dicho, miramos a ver qué más podemos hacer. Pero sí, me gusta la idea.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it possible.
Porque ya al final de cuentas nosotros solamente no... Uy. Lo podemos encontrar en la noche en la taberna, ¿cierto?
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
Vale, pues ya ahorita lo hacemos.
So we've finally arrived. I thought we'd never met.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause.
Qué bueno.
Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you?
Sí, igualmente tengo otras.
Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Más 7000. No, no, no.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt.
I fear I've not useful.
Onward to Vernwood Castle.
Acá hay otro texto. Frutas frescas a la venta. Llévate algunas. Mercancía como estas son escasas. Muy bien. Misiones. Voy a hacer primero la bendición. Sabiendo que en mi casa debo tener ya algún ramo de flores para poder entregar. Listo. Pues durmamos y después vamos y lo entregamos. Si una vez se lo entreguemos, pues vamos y hablamos con él, así como nos dice que supuestamente tenemos que hablar.
Our adventure continues.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Una buena casa. Por lo menos para tener esa salida como rápido por acá. La niña debería estar por acá. ¿Fue por donde? Ah, acá está, acá está.
Hiya, Risen. Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already?
Claro.
Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. And I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it.
Ah, bueno, pero mineral de plata sí tenemos.
It's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it. Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words.
Misiones que nos van a servir para ir subiendo de nivel al final de cuentas.
In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite?
Miasmita no me suena.
The sands are a bane to the body's humors, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your
Tell is.
No es de tiempo, ¿cierto? No.
Miasmite can be harvested from...
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined it would be the magistrate you called here. Not that I'm complaining. Pray, feel at liberty to come and go as you please.
Vale, bien. En la teoría no es incómodo. Uy.
An ideal location for an ambush. Be on your guard that the enemy may not surprise you.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
Era por acá, ¿cierto? ¿Dónde estará? Que supuestamente vino a cuidarlos estos, ¿no? Ah, véalo acá.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom's histories to oblivion. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all but guaranteed. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not, almost laughably so. The sovereign's line ultimately fell to ruin, And now this library, so laboriously sealed, has been discovered. What can we learn from this? Those who make light of history are doomed to be crushed under its heel. Fine timing, sir. Fine timing indeed. My time in that tenebrous jail has only hastened the deterioration of my eyesight. I stare at the page, but the letters stubbornly refuse to take shape. Yet these old eyes might serve some use if only I could wear the spectacles I had specially made. Alas, they were confiscated at the time of my imprisonment. As I recall, prisoners' possessions are held within the palace storeroom. 'Tis a place to which few have lawful access, as I'm sure you can imagine. Though, as I hear it, masquerades are being held of late. Masquerades with a great many attendees. Should you happen to enter the venue, mayhap you would find an opportunity to liberate my poor spectacles. What say you? Would you consider? I am in debt. Pray, infiltrate the venue and find the storeroom. You are my only hope.
Listo. Ya tenemos varias misiones que precisamente nos toca ir haciendo. Voy a ir mirando. Bueno, voy a ir mineral de plata y después miramos lo de miasmitas, si es que tengo, porque no estoy muy seguro.
My spectacle.
Vale. O sea, sí o sí me va a tocar participar en una de esas mascaradas para poder mirar a ver los materiales que me van haciendo falta.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
Oh, por acá. Listo, vamos a ir entonces nuevamente a la...
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go.
Voy a ir nuevamente a la casa y miramos a ver si podemos obtener los materiales que me están pidiendo. Por acá había una escalera, ¿cierto? Sí. Para llegar más rápido. Hago esto que ya no lo necesito por el momento. Voy a ir depositando lo que no me interesa, no me sirve y ya después vamos mirando. Ah, tiene un icono de misión. De pronto así es como puedo saber qué es lo que estoy buscando. Ah, vale. Creo que me faltaría entonces un libro, ¿cierto? El Fenecer de Patria. Espere, aquí también mineral de plata. ¿Cuánto necesita? Según la misión. Un poco, sin más. Tierra imponente, ventisca huyeante, el fenecer de la patria, escudo fulminoso y hágase la luz. Ok. Voy a llevar unos 3 minerales de plata, yo creo. Y mira, vamos a ver si con eso alcanza. 4, por si acaso. Y lo otro es miasmitas, que decía que se llamaba, ¿cierto? Son distintos, no me había fijado. Me suena que es lo que sueltan los bichos estos raros cuando uno los vence, ¿cierto? Pero no sé exactamente como material dónde estará. O sea, los bichos estos cuando uno está luchando de noche, creo que son. O sea, esto no es miasmita, sí. Entonces, ¿qué dijo que necesitaba? Bueno, me lo llevo todo y después ahí miramos. Listo. Hoy le entregamos a la muchacha. Y con eso vamos avanzando en lo que sería estas misiones de acá.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better?
Solamente pedía una, perfecto.
Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you.
Como para que sea mala y esté haciendo alguna cosa toda rara.
Aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me.
Miss Daphne.
Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hiya, Risen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you?
Vuelve dentro de unos días ahora. Pero la siguiente misión ahora sí sería venir acá a hablar con la hermana y poderle entregar las cosas que corresponden.
Yes, sir.
Ah, pedía 3, ok.
Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me. But in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived.
Sí.
An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Le voy a decir si establece como prioritaria. Le voy a decir a ellos que en espera. Para que no estén ahí siguiéndome porque sí.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there. Help me. Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the gracious hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it my...
¿Vas a hacer algo o no vas a hacer nada?
Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we had more hands to aid us.
Qué raro, ¿no? A mí se me hace que esa puerta que no se puede abrir. Esta es demasiado sospechoso.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
¿Qué haces aquí?
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles. She gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times, I hear strange cries and moans, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
A ver.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
Aught about this reeks of a plot. Let us gather evidence that we might expose it.
El tema de esto es que como obtengo...
I knew it to be so.
Oye, no está. ¿O eres tú?
I know not.
I fear I've much to attend to.
¿Cómo hago para abrir esta puerta? Que pareciera que estuviera ahí, pero el problema es que no sé. Porque no pareciera que hubiera algo que me permitiera ingresar, ¿no? ¡Uy!
Beg pardon, sir.
¡Ay, rayos! ¿Cómo hacemos? En algún momento se supone que tendrá que abrir, ¿cierto?
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then we best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering and make them an ally to our cause.
Qué raro, se supone que es ahí, pero no puedo ingresar. Yes.
Very well, but pray do not make me wait over long.
No sé, no entiendo cómo obtener la llave.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
I know not why, but the words basement sick room set my hair on end. Shall we investigate?
I like that.
O sea, sé que está ahí, pero... no sé qué se supone que tengo que hacer.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined it would be the Magistrate.
I do hope naught befalls Luke.
I have noticed that the Abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip.
Ah, en la noche. Listo. Es buena información. El tema es que tendría que buscar algún lugar donde me pueda hacer descansar y hacer que pase el tiempo. La taberna, por ejemplo.
Well, I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Pleasure doing business with you.
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spent my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city...
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
La ronda, aprovechando que precisamente está esto, a ver si de pronto van a hacer algo. Entonces,
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager. I say
ahora,
we
¿me
collect
hablas?
as much as...
Listen up, you lot. Albert, King of Beggars, has come to quench your thirsts. Aye, the ale's on me tonight, so drink up, my friends. Drink your fill.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff.
Vale, ya es de noche.
Doing bit.
Ya es de noche, ya es de noche. Debería haberse ido, ¿cierto? Según lo que explicaron.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Sí, bien.
My
Medicine? Medicine! Now!
Como si los estuviera drogando o es mi imaginación.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan?
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records.
Registros, estos. Documentos que detallan los síntomas de varios pacientes, entre ellos aquellos dados de alta, distinguen los nombres de Jehan y Bruno.
Treatment.
Jehan y Bruno eran los que mencionaba él, ¿cierto? Extraño. Ah, pensé que eras tú.
Found some evidence, but there might be more to discover. Let us scour every inch of this room.
Not a bad idea.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johan and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely.
Pero solamente los que le hacen caso realmente son los que salen.
Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them?
My head hurts just thinking.
Ah, están en la taberna, vale, vale, vale. Está bueno poder completar esas misiones así porque al final de cuentas son las que estamos buscando. ¿Ves?
Elena. Ah, yes. The abbess of the gracious hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's some... You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down, and once I saw her, the abbess.
El médico, me imagino.
Strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it another time.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched over me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Vale. Ya tenemos algo de contexto. Qué bien. Se supone que ahora tengo que encontrarla de noche para saber con quién se está comunicando, ¿cierto?
What?
¿Es que dicen que es mi sombra o algo así? Pareciera cierto.
All I need's my health.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
¿Seré algo de ellos?
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not...
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
Lord Phasus, 'tis a name of great import. Of that, I am certain.
What's your problem?
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Un lugar de oración, ¿cómo no? Bueno, vamos a descansar y mañana comento qué fue lo que encontramos.
Getting proper rest is... I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day.
Off we go, then.
I hope you...
A ver, misión. Dice, investiga a la enfermería del sótano en busca de pruebas para acusar a la abadesa y luego entrégala a los centinelas.
Slept well?
Pero entiendo que no fue suficiente la que yo tuve, ¿cierto? Tendría que ser nuevamente por la noche para conseguir más pruebas.